Hey everybody, this is WireDogSec back with another video for you guys. Hopefully you're all having an awesome day today. In today's video, we're going to take a look at Copilot, your everyday AI companion. Before we get started, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit the share button, comment below your thoughts and opinions after the video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, first things first, what is Copilot? Well, we're on the actual official website of it. It says AI for everything you do. Work smarter, be more productive, boost creativity, and stay connected to the people, things in your life with Copilot, an AI companion that works everywhere you do and intelligently adapts to your needs. So it's similar to ChatGPT and the other ones out there, right? Now, I'm not going to get too in depth in this. I'll have a link to this particular section here so you can read it yourself. But here's just some features of the different Copilot offerings here. You got the free, you got the $20 version and the $30 version. The free version includes chat with text, voice, and image capability, summarization of documents, image creation and designer, web grounding, use of plugins for work when enabled, commercial data protection is included, yada, yada, yada. So I recommend checking out Copilot whenever you get a chance. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes. I am not an expert in these generative AI type of things here, these prompts. I'm not some kind of prompt guru, what have you. I'm just in here testing out things, experimenting, trying to familiarize myself with these types of technologies out there. All right. Because if you don't do that, then you're going to become a dinosaur. And look at what happened to the dinosaurs that became extinct, right? Anyway, this is my prompt up here. It says create a Python 3 script for a network scanner that allows the user to input IP addresses, IP address ranges, or host names and displays ports, services, protocols. It also needs to show which ports are open or closed and allow input for which ports or port ranges to scan. It needs an option to adjust the scanner speed. Copilot responded back, so certainly, let's build a simple Python network scanner that fulfills these requirements. We'll use the SCAPI library for crafting and sending packets. This script will allow users to input IP addresses, IP address ranges, host names, display information, yada, yada, yada. Before we get into it, make sure you have Python 3 installed in your system, basic understanding of networking concepts and Python programming. Here's a basic example of network scanning using SCAPI. And I'm glad I had mentioned this. You need to have basic understanding of network concepts in Python programming. All right, because you don't want to be a script kiddie out here trying to generate all kinds of fancy scripts or whatever inside of these generative AI things. All right, because you're not going to know what's going on. You're going to generate this script here, and what if it doesn't work right off the bat? How are you going to fix it? You don't know because you're just in here messing around and not trying to actually understand the basic concepts of what you're trying to generate. That's why I say you need to learn and understand the fundamentals and basics of information technology. It just helps you out in your career. Now let's continue on here. Here's a basic example of a network scanner using SCAPI. It's importing the SCAPI library, as you can see above, and it created a function here called scan IP, creating RP, an ARP request. I'm glad it outlined the comments here. Right, send the request and receive responses, display results, yada yada yada. Here's the main function down here, and I've not tested this out yet. I literally just generated this before I started the video because it takes a little bit of time to generate this stuff. But anyway, I had generated Python code and PowerShell code for a network scanner a couple days ago, and neither of those worked right out of the box. All right, I have to go in and make some edits, fix a couple things in there, but it did create the majority of the code needed. All right, so these things are not perfect, but they only getting better and better as time progresses, as it gets smarter, as it learns more and more things going on out there. And it says here's how the script works. It's got directions listed out there for you. I mean, to run the network scanner, this is how you do it here. I mean, this is pretty cool. This is my first time getting actual hands-on exposure with this Copilot AI in here. Now, how can you use this in your career? Well, you can go in and say, hey, I need a simple script for a network scanner. All right, maybe you're not so good at scripting like me, and you just need something to start off with, and you just make edits as needed. Or maybe you don't like writing cybersecurity policies, procedures, playbooks, stuff like that. Well, hey, go into one of these generative AI things and ask it, like, hey, I need a IT policy for passwords or this and that, and they can go in and generate some stuff like that for you. Now, you may need to go in and edit it, proofread it, what have you, so you can make sure everything in there makes absolute sense. So you're not just putting out some nonsense to people and giving it to your boss or customers or what have you. Now I can see this. I mean, this is the future, folks. I mean, this is not gonna go anywhere anytime soon. It's just only gonna get better. So I would highly recommend learning how to use these AI things out there, using this new technology to improve yourself, sharpen your axe. Like I always say, continually learn things, continually to sharpen your axe. Otherwise, you're gonna become a dinosaur and become extinct. And next thing you know, you don't know where you're at in your career. Now that's pretty much all I had today. Like I said, I'll have a link to the Copilot information. I recommend going in and playing around with it. Maybe it can help you out when it comes to like CTFs or maybe in the corporate environment where you need to generate something to help you out with your daily job task, what have you. One thing to note is make sure you're following your company's policies and procedures when it comes to using these AI prompts and stuff. All right, because there could be some privacy concerns. You don't want to be putting in, intellectual property code inside of these things or uploading internal use only documents inside of these things. All right, you might be in HR's office, and that could be a resume generating event, aka a RGE. But that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully, you have an awesome day today. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to my channel. If you're new here, hit the like button, comment below your thoughts and opinions. Have you used this before? Have you used something similar before? Let us know, folks. And have a nice day. Okay, one last thing before we go here. I just want to show you how it looks in here. Okay, let's just generate something real quick here. Let's just do this. I need a PowerShell script that will allow me to scan my network and display the information. There we go. Now let's see what this does here. All right. See, this is how it works, right? This is pretty much the gist of it. I mean, it went in and give you some code of everything here. Example usage, powerful, yada yada. It referenced something on GitHub already. So let's try this again with, I guess, PowerShell. Or, sorry, with Python. So I'm just going to copy and paste it. See if it actually changes anything here. Or if it just references something off of GitHub. So let's change this to Python. If I can spell Python. There. All right. Now let's see what it does. All right, it's like the same thing. But as you can see there, it generates the gist of the code that you need. I'm sure this probably is not going to work out of the box here, but this is just an example of what to expect out of Copilot